Have you ever been at the gym when suddenly you lock eyes with the most attractive girl you've ever seen? You want to go talk to her, but you think to yourself, what if I get rejected? Then I'm gonna have to see her every single day, and then it's gonna be awkward every time you go to the gym. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to approach girls at the gym the right way so you avoid this awkwardness entirely, and you can perhaps meet your future muscle mom. Now, in case you're new here, I have been on a mission to successfully approach 30 girls over the course of 30 days, and I'm documenting the entire thing on this channel for the entire month of January. We're currently on day 29, and so far we've approached girls at the grocery store, at the bar, while jogging, at the mall, and we've even picked up girls at Hooters. My goal with this challenge is to inspire you to go out and spark connections with the women you encounter in your day-to-day life and to make approaching great again. Welcome to day 29 of the revolution. Now I'm about to show you a real-life breakdown of me actually going out and approaching a girl at the gym. And although it is very similar to what I normally do, there are some meaningful differences. Now, when it comes to picking up girls at the gym, it is very similar to other social circle settings where your reputation matters. So picking up girls at the gym isn't very different. The only extra consideration is that we don't want to do anything that is overly direct or overly aggressive that could potentially put your reputation at harm, because this is a space I'm assuming you're going to be going to regularly. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean we can't shoot our shot. However, we have to be very tactful in the way that we do it. We want to make sure that our vibe is natural, comfortable, easygoing, and positive, because we also don't want to create a weird environment for when the girl potentially rejects you, where there's going to be that residual weirdness the next time you see each other. If a girl rejects you, anytime a girl rejects you, it is always a wise decision to not take it personally and to gracefully exit the interaction on positive terms, especially so when it's a girl from the gym. Now, there's two ways you can approach meeting girls at the gym. Number one, you can shoot your shot and simply be direct, which is fine. You just have to make sure that your vibe and your energy is positive and that you create a comfortable environment and vibe so that if she does reject you, there's not going to be any awkwardness. The second way you can approach meeting girls at the gym is to take a longer term approach, meaning you want to position yourself as the guy who's more social, the guy who kind of talks to everybody. So this way, when you talk to the girl, she's not going to interpret it as a romantic interaction from the start. She's going to be more open to you, and you can talk to her through multiple times that you see her throughout the gym and slowly warm it up. This way it won't be super awkward when you ask her for her Instagram, because this is someone you've been talking to and seeing quite a lot. Now, each approach has downsides. The first option, which is the direct approach, has the downside of if you do get rejected, you are going to end up potentially creating an awkward situation. However, if you are comfortable with yourself, if you know that you can go in and make the interaction fun and positive regardless of the outcome, then I wouldn't worry about you potentially having that awkward situation. You smile, you exit gracefully, and then you move on with your life. And if you don't make it feel awkward, it won't be awkward after that. Most guys overemphasize how awkward it will be post rejection, where the truth is, if you went up and you were just a nice, genuine guy shooting his shot, she'll respect it. She may not be interested, but she will respect it, and she'll probably be understanding of it, given that you are gentlemanly and respectful about it. So I wouldn't overestimate how awkward or how impactful rejection at the gym would be, so long as you do it correctly. Now, the other option, which is the longer term option, is where you are essentially just establishing yourself as the nice, fun, friendly, and social guy in the gym who kind of talks to everyone, who makes conversation with everyone, so that when you do go to start conversations with that woman, typically it'll probably be some sort of observational open, asking her about her workout shoes, or complimenting her workout set, or asking her what she's working out that day. Things of that nature are easy ways to start the conversation and allow you to kind of dip your toe in and assess her level of receptivity before you go and shoot your shot. It also allows her to feel more comfortable and warm up to you over a longer period of time, say 2, 3, 4, 5 times that you see her at the gym. The downside of this, obviously, is that it takes longer and you're not certain to see her again. So if you don't shoot your shot when you do talk to her and have a good interaction, you may not see her again. Now, in this specific interaction, I decided to go with the direct route, because even though this is a gym that I go to somewhat frequently, I tend to go at awkward all over the place time, and I figured that there was a low likelihood and low chance that I would see this girl again. Now, fair warning, the audio and the video on this is quite bad because we weren't allowed to film with our professional cameras. For whatever reason, the gym allowed us to film in there, but just not with professional cameras, so we weren't able to use it, so I had to record this on Zoom with my AirPods. And rookie mistake, I didn't realize that when you record on Zoom, Zoom records the speaker, so you're going to enjoy this very nice view of my pocket. Even though my videographer Arman was filming from his position, Zoom just didn't record his view, it only recorded my view because I was the speaker. So enjoy this view of my pocket while I break down this interaction.
Excuse me. Hi. Super random. I saw you and I thought you were cute. I wanted to say hi. Sí, hablo español. Me parecías bonita, eso es porque estoy hablando. ¿Cómo te llamas? Jessica? Cubana.
So with this girl, she was sitting down near the machine and she was in between sets. Obviously, you don't want to approach a girl while she's in the middle of a set. If she's about to hit her squat max and you're going to come up and startle her. Best case scenario, you mess up her set. Worst case scenario, she drops the weight on herself and you just totally ruined her day. So I saw her. I saw she was in between sets. So I went over and I approached her and I just went super direct. Hey, super random. I'm smiling. I have open body language. I'm not closing her off into hovering over where she's at. I positioned myself in such a way where my body was next to her, but she still had open space in front, so she didn't feel like I was crowding in on her because she was sitting down. So I opened with, hey, super random. I thought you were cute. I wanted to say hi. She didn't speak English. Surprise, surprise. We're in Miami. So I start speaking to her in Spanish. I say the same thing to her in Spanish. Say, I thought you looked pretty. That's why I came over to talk to you. And then she was actually pretty receptive. She actually started to ask me questions about myself.
¿Colombiana? Porque, ¿cómo dices? Sí. ¿Cómo conocí?
So I ask her where she's from, and then she immediately asks me where I'm from, and she guesses it correctly, which was actually very weird because people don't usually guess where I'm from originally. But for some reasons she did, so we start talking about that.
Okay. Most people can't. Sí, el color, sí. Most of the time people can't guess it. Sí, una mezcla, pero el acento.
Now the audio is cooked and she said it in Spanish, but what she was saying is that because of my skin tone and my accent, she was able to tell where I'm from.
El acento mío es más dominicano. Sí. ¿Cómo? No, en Nueva York, pero vivo aquí ahora. Un mes. Sí. Sí.
So now she starts asking me where I was born, if I'm from Miami, and how long I've been living here. Now, this is a good thing that she's investing in asking me questions, but I do know we are on a bit of a time crunch because she's in between sets. So I know I have a maximum maybe 1 or 2 minutes into the conversation before I'm overstaying my welcome, and I'm gonna have to go and ask for the Instagram and end the interaction. So although it's good that she's asking me questions and she's interested and invested, I do also want to kind of take back control of the conversation and move it in the direction that I want, because I know I'm on a time crunch and I want to be respectful of her time and ask for the Instagram before then.
Sí, en Brickell. ¿Y tú? Oh, wow. ¿Y cuánto tiempo tienes aquí?
3 años.
¿Y en dónde en Colombia nací? Ok. Yo nunca he ido, pero yo he ido a Medellín y me gustaba mucho. Me gustaba mucho, sí. Sí. ¿Y tienes Instagram?
So the audio was cutting in and out quite here, but at this point, like I said, I knew I was on a time constraint. We were talking about what area she lived and the things she likes to do for fun. She tells me about a place where she likes to go out, and then she also mentions that she's about to start her set. So at this point, I ask her for her Instagram. Most guys at this point would just leave and not even bother asking for the Instagram, but because we were just talking about what she likes to do, I decided to take the 2 extra seconds and ask her for her Instagram, which she gives to me.
Me gustan los zapatos. Sí. Te tiro un mensaje. Benjamín. Mucho gusto, Jessica.
She makes a comment about my Instagram profile, which is why it's a huge bonus to have a good profile. And then she asks me for my name and the interaction ends there. So as you can see, this was a pretty standard approach. The main thing is that if you're going to go for a direct approach and you're going to talk to the girl in the middle of her set, you're going to have a really short time constraint. So you have to get a lot done very quickly. You also want to make sure that your energy and your vibe is positive and respectful, because it doesn't make any sense to burn a bridge with someone that you're going to be seeing regularly. The main reason guys are afraid of approaching girls at the gym is because they feel like there's a higher perceived social and reputational consequence to getting rejected. Although this may be true if you get rejected in the wrong way. This was actually the second girl I approached, and the first girl I approached earlier on.
Excuse me. Hi. Sorry to bother you. I saw you. I thought you were cute. I just wanted to say hi. What's your name? Oh, no worries. All good. Have a good day.
She simply just rejected me immediately, told me she was seeing someone, and all I said was, no worries, take it as a compliment, enjoy your workout. And I went about my business as normal. At this point, 29 days into the 30-day challenge where I've been approaching a new girl every single day successfully, I've basically approached girls in every context, every situation, and location you can imagine. And although each location has its own unique quirks, it all boils down to relatively the same thing. The main difference about the environments is not that the interaction becomes rocket science, it's more so that the perceived social consequences of these different environments makes your fear of rejection and fear of failure that much more powerful, and it manifests much stronger. Which is why the most important thing you can do if you want to improve your relationships with women is to conquer your own internal fears, mental demons, and limiting beliefs that are holding you back from making the approach happen in the first place. Because the truth is, the reason most men don't succeed with in-person approaching is because they're simply not trying. And if you want my 3-step formula, my 3-step blueprint for getting yourself out there into these interactions and to meeting women successfully, just like this, just like you've seen me meet for the last 29 days in every situation imaginable, how to open the conversation, what to say during that conversation, and exactly what to say to turn it into a date and potential relationships, then click the link below and watch my free video showing you the 3-step formula of exactly how it's done. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 30, final day of the revolution.